it's Marla, Twinstrology. Thanks for tuning in. I'm getting a message that I want to share for twins regarding the Lionsgate 8-8. Before I get to that, I just have a couple announcements to make. I want to remind everyone about the Sacred Union and Ascension Workshop in Niagara Falls, New York, September 27th, 28th, and 29th. And I just want to say, there's a big influx of light coming in right now, but that's not going to stop. There's a lot of shifting energies coming up through the fall as well, and I was given that date to do the workshop to help support people in their process. That week is right after the fall equinox, and that's going to be an important shift as well. And it's a great time to come and receive support from your soul family. And if you come to the workshop, you will get downloads, you will get activations, you will get help clearing and purging what you need to clear, and you will connect with soul family and receive the support that you need to be renewed and refreshed on your journey. I'm going to be there with Kalina Melnar, Debbie Dubois, and Robin Angie from Twinfinity. So if you want more information about that, you can go to my website, Twinstrology, and it's right at the top there on how you can sign up. Also, I had some great sessions. I think it's a week and a half ago now in Pittsburgh, some great QHHT sessions with people, and I'm being guided to travel once again. So if you would like a quantum healing hypnosis session with me, I will be in the Concord, Massachusetts area, August 24th and 25th. I don't have the exact location, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be in Concord or somewhere around the Boston vicinity. And then the following week, and I don't have the exact dates. I don't have the exact date yet, but maybe like the 29th and 30th, around there, I'm going to be in the New York City vicinity. I probably won't be in the city, but I won't be a far distance from it. Spaces are going to be limited. If you need more information about quantum healing, you can find that on my Facebook page, Twinstrology. And as soon as I get the details, I'll post that on my website and my Facebook so you can watch for that. And as always, I'm available in Buffalo, New York for QHHT sessions as well, and for certain people, beyond quantum healing online, if I feel like that would be appropriate for you. Okay, so let's talk about the Lionsgate and how this is affecting twins, because this is really a big shift happening, and this is the beginning of a new balance being created within the masculine and feminine energies, and this is really going to help us create a shift on the planet. I want to step back for a minute into the energies of last year's Lionsgate. And last year I was given this very clear indication that unions were going to be happening in the 3D last year. And that actually did happen, but not in the way that most of you would expect. Because what it represented was we were reaching a new level of union within ourselves and beginning to create that inner balance. Now, even though for some of you this didn't turn into an actual 3D union yet, it still marked a big change, because it marks the change in our consciousness level. And that point where we really started to shift our focus away from the idea of separation and more into this idea of oneness. And that's really the catalyst behind all of this. Not just union with your twin, but also your ascension process as well. So this has been getting stronger and stronger, this unity consciousness. And while it may not seem at first glance that those unions happened in the 3D realm, my guides showed me that yes, actually, it is happening. It was happening. Some of you have already achieved that level. Some of you are coming into that level now. And I'm just going to read you what I wrote last fall in an article about the Isis and Osiris asteroids. It says, for those souls that have achieved the appropriate level of initiation or consciousness, meaning healing the programming of separation, Isis and Osiris are leading you towards union, not only a balanced state of the inner divine feminine and masculine, but an integration of the polarity. For those on the twin soul path, this is integration of your twin's essence through a twining of your energies within the physical body. When this occurs within, there is no longer a sense of separation. This is union in the here and now. Though it doesn't necessarily mean a stereotypical relationship will materialize instantly, it is an important shift in consciousness as well as a portal towards union with our higher selves. And that is really the point. Like they're saying, when you integrate your twin's essence, the polarity of that energy, you are creating union in this 3D realm. And that's why you're then able to let go of the separation. This is the energy that is now bringing the masculine and feminine into balance. Because when we have that inner union, then we're able to stay in our heart more. We're able to release karma. We're able to shift the timelines. Going back to the Sirius video that I did, the Sirius portal, talking about how January to July was all preparing us for this time, for this Lionsgate. I think a lot of you have recognized that the planetary alignments have really helped us to shift a lot of karma. And although many of you have had to undergo some kind of trigger within your twin flame dynamic in order to let go of some of those old timelines, I think you see now how that has propelled you to this new state of being that you're either at or you're very close to coming into. In that Sirius video, we talked about opening up the higher heart, and that is what is happening now. Many of you are ready for it, and when that masculine and feminine is balanced, then we are able to live in our higher heart, our ascended heart. I actually created a video a few days ago, a twin flame reading that I decided not to post because so many of the cards were the same or very similar to the reading that I did 2 weeks ago. So that's telling us that the energy really hasn't shifted much from that time period. But it was interesting that the card I pulled for the overall energy of union was the Two of Cups. And 2 weeks ago at that reading, I pulled the Two of Cups as well for the overall energy of union. In that deck, the card is called Spiritual Union. And this is an indication of this balance that is happening between the masculine and feminine. How this is playing out for each energy I'll just say, because remember, this is going on within each of us in one way or another. For the divine feminine, she is being, she's she's finding her independence. She's feeling the strength of the masculine energy within as they come into balance. So the divine feminine energy is more powerful, more being in the truth, releasing codependency, ready to be authentic. There's a new cycle starting, especially for the divine feminine. But what they really want us to do right now is continue to focus on the energy of forgiveness, because that's how we let go of all the old patterns. And we're letting go of everything that stops us from being in our heart. We needed to heal so much of that in order to create this balance. Again, going back to what I channeled in the fall and the message from Lilith about letting go of the past and how the divine feminine didn't want to carry that energy anymore. And we've all done a great job of releasing that now. But still, we want to stay in that vibration of love and forgiveness. For the masculine, they are healing their hearts. They are becoming more aligned with the divine feminine energy. And that means they're needing to deal with their old emotions. The masculine energy for a long time has suppressed a lot of their emotions. And now, in order to get back to the heart space, they're needing to feel those suppressed emotions as they're released. The card that I had pulled for the masculine in the reading I did a few days ago was the Ace of Cups and the Page of Cups. And the Ace of Cups, I feel, for the masculine was representing that, their cup was full. Their cup was full of this suppressed emotional baggage, and there really wasn't anywhere else for them to go with that. So now, in order to move forward, they've got to release that. It's like they're dumping out some of the water that's in their cup. And in that sense, the divine masculine is getting a new beginning. The only problem is, first, they have to deal with some of these repressed energies. And that means many of them are going through triggers. Many of them are acting strangely. Many of them are pushing the feminine away. Remember, this is a general reading, so it won't resonate with everyone. Everyone's on a little bit different stage of their journey. So there are twins that are feeling the reconnection, but there are also twins that are still going through triggers, and that's perfectly normal. We have to remain in that balanced, independent, yet loving, divine feminine space without all the attachment, so that the divine masculine is allowed the space to grow. And I think many were triggered to release another level of attachment to their twin flame partner for that specific reason, because the partner needs this space now to grow and to come into their own. And all you have to do is trust that they will, because the masculine and feminine are becoming more aligned, and they have to. So at this Lion's Gate, I want to remind everyone what we talked about a few weeks ago as far as focusing on the 5D union. Again, because we had that Five of Cups card, the spiritual union card. Remember what I said at the beginning, and that creating union in the 3D starts with being able to integrate the polarity of your twin flames energy within yourself. back in those channelings I did in the fall, with the one with Lilith, I called upon the initiates of Isis, because the initiates of Isis know how to do this. But you can all do this when you focus on your spiritual union. And this is when you bring in that polarity and you're anchoring that union in the 3D, you're creating the space for that union to then activate and become that physical relationship. Okay? And we just have to be patient and know that the physical relationship will come in the divine part of this process. But at this Lion's Gate, especially on the date 8/8, I would really love it if all of you listening could take some time out of your busy day and to focus on anchoring your inner union. Focus on your 5D connection. Focus on the energy of love that's in your heart for your twin. Because what that's doing is creating a portal. And that's why I chose this image for this video. It does have the lion in it in the background, but also this portal that she's creating, starting in her heart and moving her way up. Remember what I read from my article talked about this being, that inner union being a portal to integration of our higher self. But to do this on 8/8, I feel is going to help us anchor the light, anchor the energies that's coming in, helping us anchor this new balanced divine feminine and masculine energy. My soul sister Kalina, that's going to be at the Sacred Union and Ascension workshop with me, is in Mount Shasta this week, and she's going to be doing activations on the grid regarding this energy in Mount Shasta. And I was being shown as well that Mount Shasta has a very important connection to this energy and this new balance. She's probably more articulate about describing those energies, and you can go back and watch her last video. I think she talked about it. But you can also help anchor those energies. You might be feeling that connection to Mount Shasta as well. Even if you can't go there physically, you can travel there in your spiritual body. You can travel to Giza in your spiritual body. But just take that time to create that vibration of love. So let's just pull a Isis Oracle card for Twin Flames regarding 8/8 before we go. Okay, they want me to talk about initiation, spiritual testing of Ra and the Lady Isis. When you are being spiritually initiated into the mysteries of light, love, and power, there are moments of deep challenge. The key is to find the light within the challenge, the learning, growth, or wisdom that can be summoned to turn the challenge into an opportunity for healing. Whilst the scorching heat of Ra seeks to burn through any resistance, the Lady Isis with compassion and cleverness will protect you from burning, and instead enable you to be nourished and grow from the light of Ra. Let Isis help you pass the test of intense growth as you thrive with new life. For advanced aspirants on the path, initiation will occur at various stages. Sometimes your entire life will feel like an initiation. At other times, specific areas will be flowing easily, whilst others are deeply challenging. This oracle comes as confirmation that you are not needlessly suffering. If you can find the light within the struggles, tests, or challenges that face you now, you will experience breakthrough healing. It is the most unbearable solar fire of Ra that can cleanse the soul of wounds, and the love, compassion, and intelligence of Isis that can temper the heat of Ra and stop it from burning and drying you out, or else you would be left with nothing but emptiness, anger, bitterness, and despair in your heart. These are not meant to be outcomes of life's challenges. Rather than losing love and hope through the challenges of life, the initiate understands all aspects of life are growth opportunities and various states of disguise waiting to be discovered. As an initiate, this oracle urges you to honor life as a gift and treat any challenge or pressure as a way for you to grow into a brighter and purer light, capable of great spiritual service on the planet. This spiritual service includes growing the ability to be able to love freely and beyond limits, to love with courage and faith. In fact, initiation for you now, dear one, is an opening to new levels of power and peace, self-possession and love. There is such sweet fruits waiting for you at the top of the tree you are currently climbing. It may seem as though you are in a barren land at times with little hope, nourishment, or encouragement, yet your spiritual oasis is not far away. The Lady Isis and the power of Ra together are helping you grow. Stay focused on the Lady and her love for you, and you shall pass through the desert of initiation unharmed and deeply transformed. And so, any of you that are feeling like you're being tested right now, this is definitely words of hope from Isis. But also know that the struggles are what bring in the light. The tests and challenges are all just part of our growth. She talks about sweet fruits, and that's maybe something that I didn't mention, and that is with this new balance of the masculine and feminine. This is really allowing abundance in many, many ways to reach even more into our life. Financial rewards, developing more in our life purpose are all things that we can expect to achieve in our future. As well as knowing that this inner union is the dynamic that we need to create in order to make twin flame unions fully physical in this dimension. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you have a wonderful Lionsgate and a wonderful 8/8. Sending you a lot of love, and I'll speak to you soon.